Hi there. So, yesterday on the Music, Mind, and Movement podcast, I was talking to Travis Baird, and at a certain point in the interview, we referred to a breathing exercise called alternate nostril breathing. And this can be a really wonderful tool for regulating, down regulating, or grounding an overactive nervous system. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious, like your system's kind of vibrating, has too much energy in it, this can be a really great way to calm that down and to bring a little bit of focus or mental clarity. Another reason I kind of like this exercise is that there's a few moving parts. So you kind of have to keep track of you're breathing through one nostril, then the other. So you've got to keep track of closing one, then the other, just like the name suggests. And this gives your brain something to do. And the reason I like this is that some people find that breathing exercises, focusing on the breathing, bringing attention to sensations of breathing can be a little bit overwhelming and can further activate the nervous system. So if this is you, know that that's a thing and it's not a problem, it's fine. There's lots of other things you can do to ground the nervous system, but this could be a breathing exercise that you could try because again, it keeps your brain sort of occupied with the mechanics, and then that can sometimes allow the physiology to reap the benefits. So here's how you do it. I'm going to take my right hand and with the right thumb, I'll plug my right nostril and then I'll use one of the fingers. Traditionally, you would use kind of the ring finger and pinky and you'd keep these other two curled in. It doesn't really matter for our purposes. So right thumb closes right nostril and one of the other fingers on the right hand will close the left nostril. So I'll begin by closing the right nostril and inhaling through the left nostril. Then I'll close the left nostril. I'm just going to move my hand so you can see, and exhale through the right nostril. Then inhale through the right nostril. Close the right side, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left, etc. So you can continue in this way for a few rounds of breath. There are lots of versions of this. So in some versions, you hold the breath at certain parts of the cycle. This is just very simple. One thing I do like to try to keep track of while I'm doing this is to make note of that little suspension at the top of the inhale. So I can feel that there's just that little bit of a holding at the top very naturally. And then at the end of the exhale, same thing. There's just that little bit of suspension of the breath. And it's nice just to tune into that. You don't have to control it. Just see if you can observe that happening. Otherwise, you don't have to breathe deeply or breathe for any particular count. Just keep the breath light, natural, through the nose. Your mouth stays closed. And I think that's about it. So give it a shot, see how it goes.